In this video, I want to talk about tools. Now, there's several different types of tools available. First, I want to talk about how to call them up, how to assign them, and then we'll look at the uses for each individual tool. Now, at the left mouse button, the default tool, as we see here, is the pointer tool. And this is what we've been using for the most part throughout these videos. But the left mouse button can be assigned to any tool you want, and you can do that via this menu up here. So you click that button there, and you get a choice of all the available tools, and you'll see the default is the pointer tool, but it can be assigned to any of those. Like, for example, now it's the solo tool. But I'm going to put it back to the pointer tool for now. Now, the command click tool, which is a tool that's an alternate tool or a toggle tool that's called up when you hold the command key down, is assigned from this menu up here. You click hold there, and you can assign another tool to be available when you hold the command key, and by default in the arrange window, it's the marquee tool. So when I hold down command, it toggles to that tool. So that's a quick way to have instant access to an alternate tool easily. Now, the right mouse button can be used in several ways with regards to tools. Let's look at the preferences for this. I'm going to open up the preferences and go to General and Editing, the second tab, and we have a choice here for what the right mouse button will do. All right, let's start at the top. Is assignable to a tool. Now, when I invoke that setting, you'll see a third menu appears here. And what that does is allows a third menu here to be assigned to the right click tool. So I can click there and assign a different tool, say the scissors tool, which is the default, to the right mouse button. So now when I right click, it turns into a scissor tool. So that's another way to use the right mouse button. But let's look at what else it can do. Opens tool menu. Now when this is invoked, what it'll do is this. I'm going to hit the right mouse button and you get a menu of all the tools, and you can choose which one you want that way. Another thing that the right mouse button can be used for is to open the shortcut menu. And this is standard contextual menu clicking. This is what you're used to in the rest of the Mac OS Finder. You right click and you get the list of contextual menu options, and it depends where you click in the interface, and it'll call up different menus. Now, there's a really new interesting feature here in Logic 9 that's very cool, and it combines the best of both worlds. You can also assign the right mouse button to do both, open the tool and shortcut menu. So when you right click, you get all the tools on top plus the contextual menu at the bottom. Very powerful. Now let's look at some other ways of dealing with tools. You can hit the escape key and that'll call up your tool menu wherever your mouse pointer is. So that's a quick, easy way for switching your left mouse button tool as you need it, the escape key. So when you hit the escape key, you'll see a series of numbers here next to each tool and letters at the bottom. And those can be used, once this tool menu is open, you can hit those numbers to quickly access the tool you want. Like for example, I see that the scissor tool is escape 5, so I can just hit 5 now, and it'll switch to that tool. There it is, scissors tool. I can hit, let's say, 9 to go to the zoom tool, escape 9. And you can do this in really fast movements if you want. I'm doing it in slow motion for you to show you how it works, but you can just hit escape in the number really quickly. For example, I can go escape 2, and right away I'm at the pencil tool. And another quick shortcut for this is to double hit escape to get back to the default pointer tool. Now, another way of setting your command click tool is like this. Hold the escape key down and call up the tool menu, and then hold your command key while you're selecting a tool, let's say there, and it's assigned to the command key now, and you see it's changed over here to the mute tool. So I'm going to hit escape again, hold command, and select marquee, and now it's switched back to the marquee tool. So useful ways of navigating around the tools. And there's lots of key commands also for setting specific tools or selecting next, or setting rather next and previous tools. So useful to learn those. Now, one other tool function I want to look at in this video, we've looked at it in an earlier video, but it's important and I want to cover it here for the sake of being thorough, is the preference for the pointer tool. So I'm going to open the preferences again and go to General, and in the Edit mode, we have here Pointer Tool in Arrange provides Fade Tool click zones and Marquee Tool click zones, and these are optional as you can see. So with them on, this pointer tool changes, and at the top it becomes a Fade tool when you're in the corners. In the middle, it becomes the marquee tool, and at the top, it's the regular pointer tool. And the default pointer tool behavior, even if you don't have those selected, is that it toggles as well, as we've seen, to a loop tool. When you hold it in the middle of the lane, you can use that to loop. And at the bottom, it's a resize tool. Like that, you can resize regions. So that's some pointer tool behavior. So that's it for this video. Stay tuned. In the next video, I want to go through these tools one by one and show you how they work. But just to recap, this is an important video because getting fast with tools is important. Your left mouse button tool is assigned over here in that field, and your command click tool or alternate tool or toggle tool is assigned in that field. Or you can call up the escape key wherever you are and assign your left click tool by selecting any tool you want, or holding down the command key and assigning your command key tool like that. And you can call up escape followed by these numbers or letters to call up the tools really quickly, and double hit escape to instantly return you to the pointer tool. And additionally, there are many options for how your right mouse button can be used for tools, and that's available under the preferences as we saw in general and the editing tab, and you control the right mouse button behavior here. So that's it. Stay tuned, and I'll see you for more in the next video.